Hello and welcome to a very exciting video because I'm officially cruelty-free since 9 years now. Now, what do I mean when I say cruelty-free? I haven't used any makeup or household products that are tested on animals. It's been a 9-year journey now, which is incredible. I started off with ditching all makeup brands that test on animals, for example L'Oreal and all those awful brands. So I got to know quite a few not that much known brands, and it's been really interesting also to see how companies' policies can change over time, which of course can be annoying as well. After about 4 years, I realized that it would only make sense to take this further because it made me feel good. I really felt that good karma, so I started to apply that to household products as well, which wasn't that easy when I still lived with my parents, but since I do live alone, you know, I get to decide what kind of cleaning products I buy, so that makes it really easy. I rely a lot on PETA when it comes to finding out if a brand tests on animals or not. I also printed out their list. I have their app, which makes it very convenient when you're out shopping. You can quickly look up the brand and see if they test on animals or not. But not all brands are listed, so I learned to research myself and contact the companies myself. Now that can be a little tricky, but there are a lot of templates online and kind of tips on how and what you should ask. But of course this is a journey. I'm still not at my goal. There are certain areas where it's a little more difficult for me to find the right way. For example, medicine. Now, let's say you had an accident and you're in the hospital. You can't really influence what kind of medicine they're going to use on you, if it's been tested or not, and it's for you to survive, right? And there are not that many alternatives. I try to live a very healthy lifestyle, so I don't have to rely on medicine that much, because if you don't get ill, you don't have to use medicine, right? But I did learn to make my homemade remedies, etc., so I don't have to rely on medicine that much. But of course there are just certain cases where it's next to impossible to avoid using medicine that has been tested on animals. Now, I don't think it is right to test medicine on animals, but then on the other hand I kind of see why someone would be okay with medicine being tested on animals rather than humans, but I still don't support that. Again, this is a constant process and you have to learn to do your own research and always get your updates, because companies' policies can change a lot, but local laws can change. But you know, in the end it's totally worth it, I think, because no animal should suffer or die for your own vanity. There are a lot of brands out there that are cruelty-free, high-end drugstore. You know, there's a wide range of brands that are available to you if you want to go cruelty-free, and that's just amazing. So you don't have to be scared that you know, can't have fun with makeup, because I still can have fun with makeup. I'm also very proud to say that I've never worn fur in my whole life, and that is because my dad is 100% against fur. He always told my mom and me, you can have anything for the price of a fur coat, but not a fur coat. And so from a very young age I learned that fur is evil, it's unnecessary, and we don't need fur. But there is one area that I would love to have some advice, because when it comes to handbags and shoes, a lot of handbags I like are leather. I don't like the process, you know, the way they get the leather from the animals. but then I have that problem that my feet, they're super weird. So one foot is quite small, the other is big. They differ by 2 sizes. So I do have to find shoes that I can stretch out, and so far it's only leather that I can stretch out. And also when it comes to handbags and shoes, I only buy handbags and shoes that I know will last me at least 10 years. So it's not an option for me to buy cheap shoes and handbags just because, you know, I don't want to buy something for the sake of having it. I'd rather have something that lasts me a very long time and that I can maybe even hand down to my daughter or even granddaughter, you know. Because if something lasts longer, you don't have to buy as many of those articles, right? So if a handbag lasts me 10 years, during that time span, I don't have to buy a lot of handbags, right? And also with cheap brands, I mean, of course it's fun to be able to buy a lot of items. For me, it's a catch-22. So when I buy a cheap handbag, I probably support horrible working conditions, but I'm able to buy something that's fake leather. And if I buy something expensive, it is leather, but the working conditions are better. So I'm just not an expert on that subject. I don't know of a lot of brands that have high quality synthetic material. I just prefer quality over quantity, so I just don't want to go out and buy cheap shoes just because it's cruelty free, because I need it to last a certain amount of time and to be of a certain quality. But then again, I do not want to support horrible working conditions as well. So if anybody out there got some advice for me, or maybe some brands that I should look into, I would be so grateful, because I feel really bad every time I buy a leather item. I really do. I have one leather jacket that I have had since 11 years now, and it looks horrible and kind of ratchet, but I'm not willing to buy a new leather jacket because I feel like that's pointless. I feel like there are great quality fake leather jackets out there, and I don't think a leather jacket is a necessity. Like, for me, shoes and handbags are kind of necessities. You know, you need shoes to walk around, you need handbags to carry all your stuff. So thank you for listening and kind of celebrating with me, and hopefully see you next time. Bye.